बच्चों, टुडे वी विल डिस्कस sulfur dioxide and sulfuric acid. Let us start with sulfur dioxide. First is method of preparation. When sulfur powder is burned in presence of air or oxygen, it produces sulfur dioxide. Second method is a laboratory method in which you react sulfide salts with dilute sulfuric acid. At that time, water and sulfur dioxide is produced. Third is from sulfide ores. When sulfide ores are roasted in presence of oxygen, at that time you get metal oxide plus sulfur dioxide gas. Now its physical properties: it is colorless gas with a pungent sharp smell. It is highly soluble in water, and when it is passed through water, it forms an acid called as sulfurous acid, that is SO2 plus water gives H2SO3. This equation is very important, generally comes in balancing of equation. Next is SO2. As you know that it is a non-metal oxide, so it will react with base and form salt and water. For example, if it reacts with sodium hydroxide, it forms sodium sulfite plus water, and sodium sulfite again reacts with water in presence of sulfur dioxide. It forms sodium hydrogen sulfite. That means two salts are formed by reaction of sodium hydroxide with SO2. Next is sulfur dioxide reacts with chlorine in presence of charcoal, which act as a catalyst. It gives sulfuryl chloride having formula SO2Cl2. Similarly, this SO2 also reacts with oxygen in presence of vanadium pentoxide, which is a catalyst here, and it forms sulfur trioxide. It is a powerful reducing agent, as you know that the oxidation state of sulfur in SO2 is +4, and sulfur can change its oxidation state from +4 to +6. Thus, it gives electron and hence behave like a reducing agent. It is observed that when iron 3 salts, Fe3 positive ferric salts, are made to react with sulfur dioxide in presence of water, ferric salts are converted into, they are reduced to ferrous salt, Fe2 positive. SO2 is converted into sulfate and H positive ions are formed. Similarly, it also reacts with strong oxidizing agent, that is KMnO4, or the ions MnO4 negative, that is permanganate ions. When SO2 reacts with permanganate ions in presence of water, SO2 again converted into sulfate, just like above equation. Manganese 2 positive ions are again formed, and H positive is also formed in this case. Thus, both the reaction shows that sulfur dioxide act as a reducing agent. In first equation, it reduces ferric salt. In second equation, it reduces permanganate ions to Mn2 positive ions. Now, you can see the resonating structure of sulfur dioxide, in which sulfur is joined by oxygen by double bond as well as with single bond, and two resonating forms are shown here. The main uses of sulfur dioxide is, it is used in refining of petroleum and sugar, in bleaching wool and silk, and as anti-chlor. Anti-chlor means which removes chlorine. Thus, it is an important reagent. Now, next question is how you can test whether a gas is SO2 or other gas. For this, if you pass SO2 gas through KMnO4 solution, the color of KMnO4 get discharged. It becomes colorless, showing that the gas is SO2. That is this equation 5SO2 plus 2MnO4 negative plus 2 water gives 5 sulfate ions plus 4 H positive ions plus 2 manganese 2 positive ions. So this question also comes sometimes. How will you detect the presence of sulfur dioxide? And second question is 7.2 question, that is what happens when sulfur dioxide is passed through aqueous solution of ferric 3 salt. Both these two equations are very important, which are above this resonating structure. So write this equation. Now we will discuss the preparation of sulfuric acid. First of all, the formula of sulfuric acid you very well know, that is H2SO4. Second is the method by which it is prepared is called as contact process. It is basically consist of 3 steps. And 3 steps, first is burning of sulfur to give sulfur dioxide. Second is conversion of SO2 to SO3 in presence of catalyst, that is vanadium pentaoxide. And third is absorption of SO3 in sulfuric acid to give oleum with formula H2S2O7. Let us see the flow diagram. In flow diagram, you can see that first is a sulfur burner. Here sulfur is burned in presence of excess of air. Now the gas evolved is passed through second chamber, that is washing and cooling tower. This washes the impurities present in the gases. Next, it is passed through drying tower. In drying tower, the water is removed with the help of concentrated sulfuric acid. Now you get dry SO2 and oxygen mixture. It is again passed through another container, that is arsenic purifier, which purifies arsenic or removes arsenic. Then the mixture is heated and passed through catalytical converter. This catalytical converter converts sulfur dioxide into sulfur trioxide. As this tower is packed with vanadium pentoxide, it increases the rate of reaction many times. Now the SO3 gas is fed to another chamber, in which from upside sulfuric acid, that is concentrated sulfuric acid, is poured. Now this sulfuric acid reacts with SO3 gas and it produces oleum. So oleum is H2S2O7, and when oleum is made to react with water, it forms sulfuric acid, which is 96 to 98% pure. Now question is, what are the conditions under which we will get maximum yield of sulfuric acid? The main rate determining step in preparation of sulfuric acid is this reaction, that is conversion of SO2 to SO3 in presence of V2O5. As you can see here, the number of moles on reactant side is 3 and on product side it is 2. So if you increase the pressure, the reaction will shift towards forward direction. That means more SO3 will be produced. Use of catalyst, that is vanadium pentoxide, will also increase the rate of reaction. And as the reaction is exothermic, because delta H is negative, that is minus 196.6 kilojoule per mole, therefore low temperature will favor this reaction, that is forward reaction. Thus, if you want to get more and more sulfuric acid, you have to produce more and more SO3. For this, there are certain conditions. First is low temperature will favor this reaction. Second is high pressure is required. Third is use of catalyst. Fourth is increase in concentration of reactant. Then you will get maximum yield of SO3 and finally sulfuric acid. But normally it is observed that the pressure near about 2 bar is maintained and temperature near about 720 K is maintained, because at very low temperature the reaction slows down. Therefore, these conditions are utilized. Now its properties: it is colorless, dense liquid which has a gravity of 1.84 at 298 K. This sulfuric acid has very low volatility due to hydrogen bond. It is strongly acidic character because it has tendency to give H positive ion in presence of water. Third is it has a strong affinity for water, that means it is a strong dehydrating agent. It removes water molecules. Fourth is it is a strong oxidizing agent. We will discuss these properties one by one. The first property we are discussing here is its acidic character. You can see in the equation that sulfuric acid reacts with water to give hydronium ions and hydrogen sulfate ions with very high Ka, that means it is a strong acid. And hydrogen sulfate ions again react with water. It produces hydronium ion and sulfate ion, but Ka for this is lower. That means sulfuric acid has a strong tendency to give one H positive very easily, and thus it forms hydrogen sulfate salts, and by losing its second H positive ion it forms sulfate salts. Next is sulfuric acid is a strong dehydrating agent that can be shown with the help of this equation, that is when carbohydrates are treated with sulfuric acid, the water molecules are taken by the sulfuric acid and carbon is left, carbon is charred. So C12H22O11 plus sulfuric acid gives 12 carbon plus 11 water. Here sulfuric acid is acting as a dehydrating agent. Even in preparation of sulfuric acid, in flow diagram you have seen sulfuric acid act as a dehydrating agent. And the three equations given here which shows the strong oxidizing character of sulfuric acid are the reaction of copper with concentrated sulfuric acid to form copper sulfate plus sulfur dioxide plus water. You can see here when sulfuric acid is made to react with copper, one product obtained is sulfur dioxide and water, and the third one is copper sulfate. Similarly, if sulfur is made to react with sulfuric acid, again you get sulfur dioxide and water. And if carbon is made to react with sulfuric acid, it produces carbon dioxide, SO2 and water. In three of the reaction you can see that if reaction is carried out with the help of concentrated sulfuric acid, the two products are common in all the three equations, that is SO2 and water. Copper is oxidized to copper sulfate, sulfur is oxidized to sulfur dioxide, and carbon is oxidized to carbon dioxide, showing that sulfuric acid is a moderately strong oxidizing agent. And this is also called as king of reagents. Why it is called as king of reagents? Because it is used for making fertilizers, in petroleum refineries, in pigments, in making paints, in detergent industries, in metallurgical operations, and in preparation of nitrocellulose. And moreover, it is also used as important laboratory reagent. Therefore, it is called as king of reagents. Thank you very much and have a nice